Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's October 14th, 2019. Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. I'm traveling once again. Last week, guys, God, yes, thank you. Thank you. Last week of travel, my fiance is more than happy that this is the case. Been traveling for over 2 months now, home for weekends, but this is my last week. Last week we were in Florida together, me and my fiance and my son, and that was great, fantastic. We loved it. Um, but now I am in the Pacific Northwest, and I haven't been here before, so this is a pretty cool thing. Um, but enough about my boring life. You guys are like, hey, dude, tell us about what the hell's going on around the world. Most importantly, what's going on in Syria currently. Okay. Now, we have people on two sides of the fence here. Okay. You have people who support President Donald Trump, and they say him getting us out of Syria is leading to his whole promise of ending endless wars. Okay. And then you have people who I believe are more realistic, like myself. Nothing against people who, you know, are Trump supporters, but you got to understand, as a man who voted for this president and believed in him, you know, and I love his domestic policies. When it comes to foreign policy, I think he's just as bad as Obama. Okay, and let me explain why. All right, one, he's not moving all troops out of Syria. Okay, initially what he was doing was he was just repositioning them. Okay, Turkey's decided to, and when he repositioned them, he gave Turkey the green light. Okay, now some people will argue this and say, oh, this was going to happen one way or another. Well, you know, those 150 troops that we had in there, and the European troops, held Turkey back. There's been a lot of atrocities in northern Syria. Okay, and if you don't believe me, there's videos out there. Okay, I wouldn't recommend watching them because a lot of them are very gruesome. But there are videos out there of the atrocities being put onto innocent people. Okay, so now the Kurds were forced to seek help because we abandoned them. Okay, and where did they look? They looked towards Russia. They looked towards Assad. Okay. So now there's a no-fly zone over northern Syria, which is very dangerous because we have Turkish jets coming in and out of their airspace. And Assad and Russia state that they hold the right to shoot down these jets if they breach their airspace. Okay, so that's just a big quagmire waiting to happen. The Kurds, like I said, have met and dealt with Assad and Russia, and Assad is currently sending forces north to confront Turkey. Okay, now a lot of people believe that maybe Putin is in the background trying to mediate something between Turkey and Syria, so there isn't a direct confrontation, but a direct confrontation could occur, and that's what's most troubling, because if, say, Assad's forces start to bomb Turkish troops, Damascus and Ankara are there at war. You know, these two countries are at war then. At the same time, all of this is happening because the U.S. and European troops are now attempting to pull out of Syria. Some of them are trapped, though, so it's becoming more difficult. While all this is happening, the U.S. is building up more forces in Saudi Arabia. Okay? Now, there's some people in the USINT community who believe that Trump is doing all this and basically is creating this huge vacuum just like Obama did, and Russia and China are going to move in, and they are going to suck up that vacuum of influence. They're going to go into that vacuum, they're going to spread their wings, right? And Russia and China's influence is going to grow even greater. And then there's some people who believe that the U.S. and Trump are currently positioning, we have 60,000 troops in and around the Middle East currently, okay, in and around the Persian Gulf, whether that be U.S. Navy sailors, Marines, soldiers, there's 60,000 of them, okay, and we are deploying more and more every week. And why would we do this if we're trying to stop endless wars? You know, that's another point of Trump's whole reasoning for abandoning the Kurds was to stop these endless wars. Well, why are you deploying more men to Saudi Arabia then? Doesn't really make much sense to me. Iran last week, or a couple days ago, I think it was like Thursday or Friday of last week, they had that oil tanker attacked. All right, well, that was in, I believe, the Red Sea, very close to Saudi Arabia. And Rouhani, one of the leaders of Iran, came out this morning, and he stated that Iran would respond to the regional government. He didn't say terrorist, he didn't say militia group, he said the regional government responsible for the attack against that Iranian tanker. Okay, which makes us believe, hey, this could have been Saudi Arabia, this could have been UAE, this could have been Israel. Okay, and the last time a threat was made, we did see an attack happen from Iran. Okay, so it looks like the situation between the West and Iran, between Saudi Arabia and Iran, it's not going anywhere. All right, it's not getting better. There was news of mediation efforts by the Prime Minister of Pakistan. He went to Iran. He's trying to mediate something between Saudi Arabia and Iran. But when news broke about that, we saw this attack on the Iranian tanker. So nothing really leads me to believe that these talks will go anywhere at this point. Okay, I'll let you know if something more comes from that. Another point that I wanted to make about Turkey is the U.S. looks like they're about to start sanctioning Turkey. We will look for that today, maybe tomorrow, but keep your eyes on it. So two big things we need to watch right now: northern Syria, the atrocities that are happening. We have to see if Syria, the Syrian Defense Force, and Turkey go at it, and we'll have to watch Iran to see if they have some sort of retaliation for the attack against the Iranian tanker. All right. That's about all I got right now. Let me scan real quick to see if anything has come out the last 10 to 15 minutes that I missed, but I don't know if there is anything. Hold on, I'm just checking for you guys. I want to make sure you guys get the latest and greatest. And yeah, it looks like the latest big thing is we are expecting sanctions from the U.S. government on Turkey, which will, of course, make the situation so much better. Okay, I've been saying it for a long time. Turkey should not be a part of NATO. I think I predicted a year and a half ago. I said give it a couple of years and Turkey would not be a part of NATO. They still are. We'll have to see where this goes. We'll have to see if this creates a fracture between the U.S. and Turkey, so much so that they do leave NATO. But that's still my prediction. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad out there. As more information comes out, I'll let you guys know. We'll discuss it. All right, grab a beer, say a few prayers, and as always, keep your eyes to the skies. God bless.